Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're working on the laundry room and we're going to be doing a little bit of decluttering, a bit of organizing, some cleaning, just kind of all three mixed together. It's a small room, but it needs a lot of attention. So we're going to do a little bit of decluttering, we're going to do some organizing, probably a bit of cleaning. I hope you will clean with me, declutter, organize, whatever you need to get done. I hope you'll do it with me today. And of course, subscribe if you're new. I'm just getting on this decluttering journey to become more minimal in my home, and I'm going throughout the whole house, room by room, taking you with me, and little by little, phase by phase, we're decluttering and decluttering and decluttering until I get everything minimized, and then I get to that maintain level, and then I'll be bringing you lots of cleaning content, lots of motivation. So if that interests you, I hope you'll subscribe and let's do this together. As always, I don't feel like doing this. I'm sure you don't either. Whatever you're working on, I don't feel like cleaning tonight. I don't feel like decluttering tonight. I don't feel like making choices in this room tonight. Usually when I get around to doing these videos, it's after my baby has gone to bed, which is now, what time is it? Well, I don't have my glasses on, so it's just kind of a smudge, but I'm thinking it's maybe 8 o'clock, maybe a couple minutes before. So I'm hoping this project isn't going to take us long today. I'm going to take you around. I'm going to show you everything that's going on. But yeah, like I said, I don't feel like doing this tonight. I thought about not doing it, but then I thought about how good I'll feel after when it's done, and how yucky I'll feel if tomorrow I think about how I put it off today, and how, you know, now it's just hanging over my head as something I still have to do. So try to think about what your future self would thank your present self for. That kind of can motivate you, I hope, because it does for me, because I'm tired of thinking I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. So I'm doing it today. I'm doing it tonight. I don't feel like it, but I'm doing it. So, okay, enough talking, right? My videos tend to be chatty, so that's just how I work. I like to talk through things. Helps me to verbalize things, helps me to make decisions. So if you're like that too, comment below and let me know. Alright, well, let me take you with me. Let me show you what we're working with, what we're going to be doing. So, come on. Alright, I want to give you a good before. We've got to get a good before so we can get a good after, right? This is my laundry room currently. My husband and I have done a lot of renovations. We remodeled most of our house all ourselves, so this room is entirely different than it was when we bought it. So let's talk about the room from start to finish. So when you walk in, you have our Dyson right here, which we mounted this recently, and I'm not a fan anymore because, look, it's coming out. It's like, when you look in the doorway, you have the Dyson there. So I didn't realize how much it would stick out when we put it there. So I think I want to change where that's going to go, but I'm not doing that tonight. By the way, if you hear some noise going in the background, it's because I have my dishwasher going, so I should have thought about that, sorry. Okay, so coming in, we have our big dog, our dog stuff here, his food, his water. We need to get him new dishes. They're kind of getting grungy. We're planning to get him something on a stand. Yes, we don't have any baseboards, something. It's one of those things, when you remodel yourself, it's one of those things you can kind of live without, and you're so tired and exhausted from remodeling that you just kind of stop there. So yeah, one of these days we're going to have baseboards again. So dog food, not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. We have a baby bassinet. We're planning to try to sell it, so that doesn't need to be in here. We've got this like craft table with just stuff stacked on it. Like I said, there's not a ton to declutter in here because a lot of this is stuff we use all the time. Oh, sad story, this steam mop. I had been using it, and then I found out you're not supposed to use it on vinyl flooring. I've only used it a couple of times, and now we have to get rid of it, so that's sad. So the dog stuff is what really bothers me. I don't know why. I think it's just these containers. They look tacky. I like things to look pretty, but we're getting there. First we gotta declutter, eventually we'll get to the pretty organizing one of these days, right? So anyways, the dog stuff, I want to get it tucked away because it just looks kind of cluttered and mismatched and icky. So that's a high priority, get that tucked away so I'm not looking at it. Then I have the baby's bath stuff in here, and that's just because I bathe her in the kitchen sink currently, so this is just an easy place to grab it. Honestly, could probably put this in the kitchen, but I think I'm going to leave it in here for now. Tuck that away probably if I can. And then we have all my Dyson attachments here in this basket. Let's get back here. Stuff for the steam mop, some bug spray, bleach, whatever. This box back here contains a wall mount for the attachments for the Dyson. So I was going to mount those, but now I'm having second thoughts because I want to move this. So I don't want to mount them yet. So who knows? I hope that those won't go to waste and I can use them eventually, but not right now, that's for sure. So we have hair cutting supplies there, and I can't really see what's at the bottom, so it'll be a surprise. This little thing we got in our last house, or actually 2 houses ago, it's on wheels. It just slides into narrow spaces, and then it's got like shelving on it. We may keep it in here, we may not. But anyways, this is what we are working with in here, and then there's our backyard, so our back door there. So a pretty small space. Oh, and let me show you here. This is, we have our breaker box, like door thingy off right now. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure. Pretty sure we can probably close this up now, so I'll have to ask my husband about that. Okay, let's move on. Alright, here we've got some boxes that we're still working on decluttering the rest of our house, so ignore those for a minute. But I want to show you this shelf right here. This is what I'm thinking about putting in the laundry room in place of that table we have in there. And I went to Target and got these like storage bins. Unfortunately, they only had 2 in stock, and I really wanted to get 6 because, you know, 2, 4, 6. I was going to just fill the shelf and use those as drawers. But I honestly probably don't need 6 because there's a few things that we probably want exposed, like the laundry detergent. We'll see, but we're going to work with what we have. That's the best thing you can do to get yourself started. Otherwise, you are just going to wait forever to do your projects if you don't have the perfect, good-looking containers and all that stuff. So, you know, gonna just do good enough and get some things done, like action. That's what we need right now. So, let's get started. So, what I'm thinking for my strategy for getting this done here in the laundry room is I want to start with a clean slate. Rather than looking at all this stuff and going through it one by one, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just take most of it out. I'm going to set it here on the kitchen floor. I'm going to bring that new shelving system in. I say new, it's actually old. Like I said, it's something we had on hand. It's not a long-term solution, but it's something that's going to function and look a little better, I think, than what we have going on here on a tabletop. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move stuff off onto the floor in the kitchen. I'm going to then shop that stuff. So I'm going to go through and see what I want to keep, and then little by little I'm going to take the stuff and find them homes and put them away in here. So that's my plan, and there's nothing else to do but get started. I already did my kitchen decluttering. I've got that linked below in my decluttering playlist. You can watch the whole series. This has been a series of going from messy to minimalist. Sometimes it just feels like you're shifting the stuff around, but eventually you're going to get to it all, and it's all going to leave your house, and it's going to be amazing. So I've already seen big progress, and that's exciting, but it's hard when you know you have so much further to go. You want to see so much more progress. Anyways, I made some floor space, and we're gonna keep going. As always, I really hope you're enjoying this decluttering video. If you are, please let me know. Give it a thumbs up. That also helps me get my videos out there. It tells YouTube to show it to more people that are decluttering their houses too. So if you could do that for me, if you're enjoying it, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean the world to me. But also, don't forget to drop me a comment. I love connecting in the comments and just hearing about what you're working on, because together we can do this. We can keep each other motivated. We can stay positive and encouraged about these daunting decluttering projects in our houses, and before we know it, we're going to be there. We're going to get to our goals, and our homes are going to just feel amazing and look amazing too. I hope you can see how filthy this tabletop is. And that is a lot due to our dog. We have a husky. He sheds like crazy. So then I just was vacuuming off the top of this table, trying to get off the dog hair. And then I was like, why am I doing this? Because it's just going to storage. But I guess it's better than putting it down in storage, you know, dusty and dog hairy. But you guys, was that a spider? Did you just see that? I pulled the box away and I didn't see it until I'm now editing this video, but I'm pretty sure there was like a huge spider that ran underneath the wall seam. I'm not kidding. Watch this back. Tell me, are my eyes playing tricks on me, or was that a giant spider? Or was it some other kind of bug? I hate spiders. I hate them so much. If you hate spiders, let me know in the comments below. Oh, I literally feel so creeped out right now editing this. Okay, so we've got a lot of empty space to work with now. Really noticing those baseboards missing. Whew, I'm not gonna lie, it is not a great feeling seeing all that stuff out there. Like I said in my other videos, if it overwhelms you, don't take everything out. Just work one little section at a time. But this laundry room is pretty little as it is, so I felt I needed to just get it out and then revision what I want in here. Again, this is not permanent. I'm just using the shelving that we already have. It's nothing fancy. Eventually, we really want to probably make this an extension of the kitchen. We're probably going to use very similar cabinets that we have in the kitchen. Here, we're even probably going to put a countertop for folding laundry. I don't know. We have ideas, but I don't feel like I have enough of an idea of what I want to really use this room like to put something permanent in here. So really, I'd love to have a space to fold laundry. You know, I kind of am wondering, do I really want to take that table out? But it just, the problem with having an open table like that, it just collects. It encourages the collection of clutter. And really, realistically, I fold our laundry on our bed, usually. Where do you fold laundry? Let me know in the comments below. Because it'd be really nice to have something like maybe something that folds down and you can fold laundry on top of that and then fold it back up so it doesn't collect clutter. That's an idea I've had. But yeah, right now, this is not permanent. I just want the house to look nice with what we have right now. We cash flowed all of our remodeling. So now that we're done with remodeling, we're just trying to take a little step back on purchases. But I also want our home to look nice, to be functional. So I want to try my hardest to use what we have first, and then if that's working, then I can make a better purchase, or if it's not working, I can make a smarter purchase. So yeah, that's kind of my mindset in visualizing what I want to do right now for the laundry room. Here we go, coming through. We're working with tight spaces here. I'm a little bit tempted to see if I can fit the table in here as well. Oh, that's just gonna look trashy though. If I put like the table right here, yeah, no, that's okay. My whole intention here is to make this room look better, to look more minimal, so that I can feel a bit more peace walking in here doing the laundry. And even though I don't have a place to fold the laundry in here at this time, at least it's gonna be a better looking environment that's hopefully going to discourage clutter, whereas a table, an open tabletop, encourages clutter to collect. So I only have 2 of these containers. I wanted to get 6, like I said before. I wanted to get 6 at Target, but they only had 2 in stock. For some reason, I guess these are a popular item, they're never in stock. Question to ask yourself when you're limited on places to hide things. I have 2 containers to hide things behind. When you're limited on storage space, what is the stuff that most bothers you visually? What is the biggest eyesore in your room, in that area? What would most improve the room you're working in by having those items tucked away, hidden away, so they're not visual. For me, it's easy. The dog stuff, number one. Now honestly, these containers are huge, so I could almost put containers inside of containers to store things. And that's probably what I'm going to do down the road, but I don't have a lot of containers right now, so we're going to work with what we have. But yeah, the second container, I'm not entirely sure yet. It might be the baby's bath stuff, I don't know. Let's just see how it goes. So the next thing to figure out is, how is this going to function best for me with what I have? I have 2 containers. My first thought is I want to have the detergent at arm's reach, like right there, easy to get. So that's probably right here on this shelf. So I think what I'll do is, so that when you look into this room, it's the most visual pleasing that I can get it with what I have right now. So what I think that would be is a shelf or a container here on this outside wall, and then one here. That way when you're looking in, as you can see, you can't as easily see what's behind it and what's more visual, because these are blocking it. So you'd almost think that I have at least 4 containers there. So especially when you're at this angle, like straight looking in through the door, you're really only going to see this. But tucked back here, I can have easy to reach items that I don't have to get into here for. So like detergent and stuff. But that is the other thing. So my husband usually is the one that takes the dog out. Is he going to want to pull this out, reach into it every time to get the dog stuff out? Or am I going to need to get a different container that's a little different, somehow easier to access? I'm not sure. We're going to try it. If he hates it, complains, doesn't like it, we'll revisit it. But for now, that's where we're going to tuck away the dog stuff. Okay, so I think this is where they're going to go, not 100% sure. But the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just start bringing stuff back in. Like I said, I'm going to shop the piles. I'm going to shop the piles, take out what I want, give them a home. And I'm really hoping with this space right here and potentially this, because we'll probably end up using that too, because you can kind of just see the wires back there and that doesn't look so good. So this kind of blocks that from view. So I'm really hoping between these 2 things that we have enough storage for what we need in here. So let's find out. So now came the fun part, putting everything where it goes. And this was challenging for me. This really was. I couldn't figure out how to get all the things in these 2 containers. I mean, I wasn't going to do all of them in the containers. It was just hard to put all the things I wanted to hide away into these containers. And the containers were so large, like I said before, that I thought this would be better if I had micro organizing going on, had some smaller containers to micro organize. But you know what? I actually got it to work. I made it work. I decluttered a few things, tossed a few things, got rid of some old stuff that we weren't using anymore. And what I ended up with was using containers that I had on hand. I even used like a kitchen utensil jar container. What do you call it? You know, the thing you put your kitchen utensils in that I decluttered from the kitchen. And I used that to hold some brushes and different things, shampoo for the dog. So I ended up getting it to work. I ended up putting, after a lot of mixing and matching, I came up with something that I felt was going to work. And that's the thing. Don't get too stuck on it, especially when you're in that decluttering process. Don't get too stuck on the organizing. Just get it good enough. Think about whatever you think might work for you and leave it at that. And then in time, you'll see if it really does work for you. And if it doesn't, then whatever, you've already decluttered. All you got to do is move stuff around and you've got a much easier problem to deal with when you're just dealing with the organizing aspect. So that's what I did here. I didn't let myself get too stuck on any decision. I wanted the end result of decluttered, simplified, and I got that without getting too hung up on the organizing, because now I can just switch things around however I think it needs switched around. And then I can switch it every day if I want until I find the perfect way that works for me and this space. Okay, I think we've gotten there. We have gotten to where I can get with what I have, and it's not perfect, definitely not. It wasn't quite as pretty as I hoped it would be in my head, but it's a huge improvement, and I'm happy about that. So before I show you though, I'm going to clean some surfaces that are dusty. By the way, this is my all-time favorite cleaner right now. This is just an all-purpose cleaner, and it's got clean ingredients, natural essential oils. You can get it without fragrance at all. You can get the clean and clear version or whatever, but this is clean. I like the one with the fragrance and the one without, but what I love about it is it's all-purpose, and you can literally clean your windows with this. I'll link this below because it's kind of hard to find sometimes. You gotta get it online. You can get it from Walmart or Amazon, but yeah, I'll link it below in case you're looking for a good multi-surface, true multi-surface cleaner. I clean countertops, I clean wood tables, I clean glass, I clean stainless steel, all of it. It's great. So enough about this cleaner though. They're not sponsoring me, I promise. I just really, really love it. So this is the exciting part, right? Where you get to actually just dust and clean and then take a step back and look at your finished project. So yeah, I was definitely getting a little bit excited here. The end was in sight, and I'm just making it look a little prettier to show you that the final reveal and how it turned out. So dusting up my surfaces real quick. Okay, I don't know who I'm kidding. I doubt you can even tell that I dusted. Can you? Can you see a difference? I feel like on film, on camera, it doesn't really do it justice, but there was definitely a layer of dust even on the doors of my washer and dryer. All right, are you ready for the reveal? Let's take a look at how it turned out. So I'm going to show you the before really quick. I'm going to insert it here. Take a look at the mess, the tabletop, the clutter, all the stuff. And now this is how it turned out using what I already had. Didn't spend much money, but just a couple containers from Target, which I want to get more, but this is what they had, so this is what I have. So as you can see, it is quite the transformation, I think, and without spending any money except on the 2 containers that I bought at Target. And at first I thought it wasn't very pretty looking, but honestly, it's pretty compared to how it did look, I think. And I have to tell you, the days since getting this set up, it stayed just like this. It has been amazing. I cannot believe it, honestly. Minimalism really truly works. And I love all the space that the items have to breathe. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you in all the containers and show you exactly how I got it set up. But just taking a look at it now, I mean, yeah, it's not long term necessarily, it's not permanent, but it is a whole lot better than before. And I actually feel like I like the space when I walk into it. I'm not cringing or putting up my hand to block the left side of the room when I'm walking in there. Okay, I didn't really do that, but you know, clutter is stress to me, so I wanted to, and I want to. When I see clutter, I want to hide it, all of it, right now. So up at the top, we have just the basket that I already was using for all my vacuum attachments. I left that the same. That random ball is just for the dryer when you need to wash things or dry things, I should say, with a tennis ball in it. So yeah, that's kind of a random spot for it, but that's where it was, so I left it there. On the second shelf, I have my baby's bath stuff. I have the laundry detergent, and I also have some OxyClean. So just frequently grabbed 4 items. And then here on the second shelf, well, is this the second or the third? I have the dog stuff. So this is the frequently grabbed 4 items: his leash, his collar, some brushes, the daily stuff that we use over and over again. So a little easier, a little more open, not having to pull this out. But this is the less frequently used stuff, well, with the exception of the treats. Then down here, I put our lesser used cleaners, which is just bleach and vinegar, and then our washing machine cleaner. And then I have a trash can that I just used to throw the lint in from the dryer. And you can see it definitely looks a lot better than just an open tabletop. Well, walking into things. Well, at least I think it does. So that's what matters in your home. As long as you're happy, then you're good. I mean, I'm happy with it because we didn't have to spend a lot of money. It looks a lot better. It makes me, it feels a lot better just coming in here and seeing it look like this instead of the table with stuff everywhere. And then over here, I ended up leaving the shelf, the pull-out shelf, even though I don't think we really needed it. There's not a whole lot on it, but I still have obviously those are going to go away when we sell the steam mop or whatever, but until I know what to do with it, I just left it here. So this shelf's mostly empty, and I mainly kept it here just to kind of hide the cords and everything. When you look straight on, you don't really notice it too much. So here is the full room, what it looks like when you walk in. It's a bit more open because that shelf doesn't take up as much floor space, so yeah, it's a win-win. So it is about 9:20 right now, so it took me about an hour and 20 minutes. And a lot of the time I spent just staring, trying to think things through, trying to organize with what I had, and I really, for a moment, felt a bit overwhelmed because I thought, I'm not going to get all this stuff into here. There's no way. And then I felt overwhelmed on the other side because I saw these containers, and the white containers from Target, and I was like, these are huge. I really need additional containers inside of them because they're so big that it's almost too much space for just one category. But it ended up working out, and I ended up, when I finally just got my act together and started putting things in here, I realized, oh, I'm done. I'm actually done. I was finished and kind of surprised because I thought I still had more to do, but then I realized that was everything that went in this room. This is phase one. This is phase one of decluttering, of organizing. Today was mainly organizing, definitely. Phase one, we're going to keep going at it. I'm probably going to go back through all of the rooms and keep decluttering and keep organizing until I feel like I've gotten it as minimal as I want it, because I do want to go pretty minimal, pretty extreme when it comes to being minimal. Now, I won't be able to carry all my belongings on my back. Not quite that extreme, but it's pretty extreme for us. So I hope you're enjoying this whole series, just sharing with you this current phase that we're going through with decluttering, with organizing. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're doing it with me. That would mean so much to me because it's not fun to do this alone, right? You want to have a friend with you there to keep you company, so I hope I can be that for you. And leave me a comment so that I don't feel alone. Tell me what you're working on. Let me know which area of your house you're struggling in, which area you're thriving in, how things are working. I want to hear from you. I love hearing from you and your ideas and just how you're making things work in your own home, your own minimal journey, all of the stuff. So definitely let me know in the comments below. And my battery's about to die, so I have to go. But real quick, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. There's so much more decluttering, motivation, cleaning motivation, all of that to come. So get subscribed, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. And thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for you.